Hi, this is Chef Jamie, and today I'm going to demo how to make air fried chicken with the Cosmic Crisp apple, shaved Brussels sprout slaw, and sriracha aioli. This brings me back to my childhood. On Sundays, my mom would make fried chicken, and I'd get my hand slapped with a spatula when I was trying to steal the little bits of fried chicken on the side of the pan. I miss the days of being able to enjoy fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, and homemade biscuits. Air fried chicken gives us a healthy alternative so that we can still enjoy those family classics. Okay, we're going to start by making our fried chicken seasoning. We have kosher salt. And I like to put everything into a Ziploc bag. It's going to make it easier for mixing. We have ground black pepper, chili powder, granulated onion, granulated garlic, ground cumin, ground sage, paprika. We're going to take all those ingredients, put them into a bag, close the bag, the Ziploc bag, and then we're going to shake the mix up. Just kind of rotate the bag around. And this is going to ensure that we get everything mixed really well together. You can see how the salt's not quite mixed in there, right? And the nice thing is, when I make seasoning like this, I'm going to make enough for probably about 6 batches. That way, I can just store it in this bag, label it, put it away, and next time I make air fried chicken, I don't have to make the seasoning. We've taken the chicken, they're boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We marinated them in buttermilk and some of the fried chicken seasoning overnight. And now they're ready to go. Now we're going to add some of our fried chicken seasoning to our flour and mix that in really well. It's really important that that flour is seasoned really well and that the seasoning is mixed in there evenly. We have our chicken ready, our flour ready, and we have our air fryer heating up to 360 degrees. We're heating it up for about 5 minutes. Now I like to keep one hand wet and one hand dry. So we're going to put our chicken into the flour. And we don't want to leave the chicken in there for very long, because if we do, it's going to absorb a lot of the flour and it's going to be not a great texture. So again, we want to coat it and then shake off the excess flour, just like that. So again, keeping this one hand wet, this other hand dry. If not, you're going to have a bunch of flour stuck to your fingers. And so we want to make sure that we get a good coating of flour. But again, we don't want to set it in there. If we set it in there, actually the flour will absorb into the chicken, and it'll really give it that off texture, and you'll taste the flour. So you can see how it's nicely coated. Okay, now we're gonna put our chicken into our preheated basket here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of pull the chicken together like this, and not overlap it, but just so it kind of cooks more evenly inside. We're gonna gently set it in there. Again, shake off any excess flour. So I'm just kind of pulling this together, kind of creating a little piece of chicken. We can probably fit 3 pieces in here. You want to really make sure that we're not, that these are not touching, or they're not going to get brown. So even once they're in the basket, I'm going to take the basket, lift it, I'm going to show you here. We're going to pull the chicken apart from each other. Let's cook for the first 10 minutes, and you can see how it's a little dry on the top. So we're going to want to spray that just a tiny bit. It doesn't need much. So we're going to flip this over now, and we're going to look at the other side to make sure there's no dry spots, which there should not be, because all the fat's going to the bottom, and you can see how it's getting nice and crispy on there. So now we're going to put this back in for another 6 minutes, and then check to make sure it's cooked to 165 degrees. And it's temping out at almost exactly 163 again. However, that's okay. We need to make sure the chicken's cooked to 165. However, since we're batching this chicken out, we're going to actually finish this chicken in the oven. So we're going to put it in 375 degree oven for about 4 or 5 minutes, temp it, and then eat. Put a little bit of sauce down. This is a sriracha aioli. Go really good with the fried chicken. Then I have my Cosmic Crisp and shaved Brussels sprout slaw, which will add a nice acidity to the dish. Then we have our fried chicken. This recipe also works great for an appetizer. You can cut the chicken in smaller pieces, cook it, put it on skewers, and serve it with a sriracha aioli. Enjoy.